good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man, J Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy, but you end the life easy. So I don't know if I like bit my tongue, bro, while I was asleep, but bro, I ain't gonna lie, my tongue has been aching all day, bro. It's not aching, but I got like a little freaking bump on my tongue. I feel it too, you know what I'm saying? I think I bit my tongue when I was sleeping, bro. You know what I'm saying? But golly, it went down. I could tell it went down. It's getting better, bro. But golly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just bit my tongue like crazy. I already know biting y'all tongue, that's the worst feeling right there, boy. I won't wish that on my worst enemy, but you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to talk so slow now. I'm like, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, J Willie Silly, aka Mr. I'm trying to make sure my teeth don't go nowhere near my tongue. You know what I'm saying? Cause man, but I'm biting tongues, boy. God, I'm talking about make you just sit like this. Make you rethink life. I'm talking about biting your tongue, make you rethink life. Man, nigga be sitting like this for like 5 minutes. Nigga mouth water and everything, like nigga do all type of motions. Nigga be going crazy in that room. Man, I'm talking about nigga be going crazy. But be going through all type of emotion. You see, I'm talking carefully. I feel in the back of my nigga, I refuse to bite my tongue again. Cause I know if I bite that first tongue, it's over, brother. It's over. You know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch, man, in the description down below. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I will be going live on Twitch. So make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch in the description down below. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, your boy Jay, he talking real careful tonight. You know what I mean? We sucked in 2 massive turbines, man. You know what I mean? Plate, tally. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, let's do it. Let's say the title again. Sucked into massive turbines. Plate tally, damn disaster. You know what I mean? Like I said, one thing about your boy Jay, if y'all been watching your boy Jay for a long time, you know your boy Jay love coming out with the true stories. Everything I do is true, nothing fake to it. You know what I'm saying? So this right here has happened in real life. You know what I mean? If y'all do want to go see the true story reactions, all my true story reactions is in the playlist section. I do real stories, y'all. Real stories, and that's why people love me. And I do real true crime too as well. You know what I mean? Cartel reactions, I'm telling you, I got the whole 9. So if y'all love this type of content, news reactions, whatever you want to see, you know what I mean? You don't get no realer than your boy J Willie Silly's channel, you know what I'm saying? So go to the playlist section. I got everything you want to see over there. You feel me? I told you I'm a very organized channel, and I don't want you going around trying to look for everything. Go look for certain everything jumbled up for you, bro. I got you, twin. I got you, bro.
Gruesomely.
Oh my God. Just shoot. But I felt that in my body. I felt it in my soul. Well, imagine getting sucked into that when your body's, ooh.
Sucked gruesomely.
Oh my
through a 4.5 meter wide pipe into a massive underwater electricity generating turbine of a dam.
Felt that in my soul, y'all. Look at that.
These 2 experienced divers went on a routine night dive that would soon turn into a horrific nightmare. One that could have been easily avoided. On January 4th, 2024.
See that? Y'all see that?
One that.
Look at that. I did a story, y'all. Yeah, y'all know I did a story, another true story of some friends with a lot of y'all old subscribers. Y'all probably realize, not recognize this story or remember this story. It was like an animal video that I did, and it's probably in the animal playlist section, animal reactions. But group of friends, you know, went out for a late night swim. You know what I mean? But it wasn't no ordinary late night swim. You know, it was a whole bunch of white folks. So y'all already know when it comes to white folks, they love being adventurous, right? You know what I mean? So they're not going to swim in a swimming pool. They're going to swim in a lake. So before they even went to the lake, it was hella signs like this right here. But instead of this sign right here, it was crocodiles. It was alligator. You know what I'm saying? It was like alligator infested. It was literally warning the people that this lake is not safe to swim in. This lake is alligator infested. This lake is crocodile infested. Don't go swimming in here. These folks literally, I'm talking about literally, this is how dumb humans is. These folks literally ignored all the warnings. Still went out for a late night swim. And guess what happened to him? The girl got chopped up by an alligator. Chopped up, and then guess what? When it started happening, it makes me like, it don't make me laugh because the thing what's happening is very terrible. But it's like it's so mute. It's like everybody all the humans start freaking out, acting like, what's going on? Like, I can't believe what's happening. But just had these multiple signs warning you to not go swimming in this lake. But then everybody acts surprised when something happens.
Could have been easily avoided.
God gives us so many warnings.
2024. Two divers,
January
Christopher
4th,
Gaudet and
2024,
Frederick Pochet,
2024.
are gearing up for a technical night dive in the Platte Reservoir. Despite being one of Belgium's most popular diving locations, this reservoir is home to a 790-meter-long hydroelectric dam. The dam and reservoir are part of 5 man-made lakes in the Wallonia region. Together, they create the largest artificial lake complex in the country. It is here that the two men were getting ready to dive, and it is here that their lives would take a drastic turn for the worse. Because of its enormous size, approximately 351 hectares, the reservoir offered various recreational activities, including water skiing, sailing, snorkeling, and diving, with multiple schools stationed around the lake and a dive center located near.
All right, let's go back. See this right here.
Recreational activities, including water.
See this right here. I'm not swimming in. I don't swim in oceans. I don't swim in lakes. Only swim in swimming pools. Because it's so many things that's swimming around you that you have no clue of. And I told y'all, bro, white folks, bro. White folks, bro, just doesn't care. Doesn't care. These folks go swimming in lakes. These folks go swimming in oceans. They just do not care. But I'm not finna go swimming in no lake and no ocean because I don't know what the heck is swimming around me. At least when I go in the swimming pool, I know I'm the only one in here by myself. The worst thing that can happen in the swimming pool is you surrounded by pee. Other than that, you know no sharks in here, you know no alligators, no water moccasins, you know no other things is in here with you. But them lakes and them freaking oceans, man, I heard too many stories. I did too many reactions. I think my reactions gave me PTSD of a sort. I seen too many things happening to people, bro, where I'm just like, cut the show.
Offered various recreational activities, including water skiing, sailing, snorkeling, and diving, with multiple schools stationed around the lake and a dive center located near the dam. However, Christopher and Frederick weren't there to learn. These two expert divers aim to explore beyond the typical tourist dives available at the site, which feature deliberately sunken objects like a helicopter and a bus at various depths. Now, given the thousands of sailors, divers, and other recreational users of the lake, along with the dangers posed by the nearby Platte Dam, the local diving center established 2 designated safety zones, Zone A and Zone B, both having a diving radius of 150 meters. Anything outside of these zones was considered non-negotiable, as the nearby dam would run all day long, randomly turning off and on based on electricity demand from the surrounding area.
So,
the dam had
what's that called, y'all? What's that called? A freaking whirlpool. What's that called, y'all, bro?
Off and on based on electricity demand from the surrounding area.
I know you can die. I know you can die if you get caught up in that, though. It's very dangerous.
The dam had 4 turbines, each capable of a maximum flow rate of 400 cubic meters per second. There was no telling when it might become a danger, so the diving club went even further by instructing divers not to descend to a depth of more than 20 meters. At this depth, a diver could still hear the powerful turbines, but they would be at a safe distance. Despite the dive center's strict safety zones, no grids were installed at the entrances of the dam's intake tunnels. The dam's operators abandoned the protective grids years ago because they required replacement every 2 to 3 months. Many regarded the two companions as very experienced divers. Christopher was a single banker from Liège who belonged to one of the local diving clubs. Both divers were reported to have PADI certifications for open water and enriched air courses. This experience and their qualifications is what made their decision on that fateful night so unusual. The pair
Start letting that experience go to your head. Thinking because you're an experienced diver, thinking because you're so experienced. I've done this 1,000 times. All it takes is just one mess up. Yeah, I've done this 1,000 times, but all it takes is one mess up. That's how people need to start thinking. They get so comfortable with them knowing things, with them thinking they know everything. They get so comfortable with the experience. The experience, I have 30 years of experience of diving. Nothing is going to happen to me. Man, I did a story of a dude that had dang near over 30 years of skydiving, bro. Died. Because you know why? The parachute just didn't open. Accidents happen, my brother. It's life. Life happens. And life happened for these fellas right here. 30 years experience, had hella experience in skydiving. Probably did this 1,000,000 times, but only took one mess up.
And their night dive
and they went out
around
the worst
5 p.m. The local sailing and diving schools were closed, and everyone else was getting ready to pack up their things and head home for the day. Christopher and Frederick, however, were equipping closed-circuit diving gear and rebreathers. In contrast, open-circuit diving gear uses a traditional breathing regulator that provides air stored in a tank worn by divers. When you think of a scuba diver, you probably picture someone with open-circuit equipment. With this setup, each breath travels to their lungs, and as they exhale, the regulator releases the gas directly into the water. The problem with open-circuit diving, however, is that it wastes a lot of gas. So if an experienced diver wants more control over the amount of gas they are using, they will instead use a closed-circuit breathing regulator. Closed-circuit systems recycle exhaled gas through a CO2 scrubber that removes carbon dioxide. Though more difficult to use, they maximize gas efficiency and significantly extend dive times. This is important, as their decision to use these regulators meant they were planning to dive for as long and as deep as they possibly could, indicating that the 20-meter safety limit was something they were intentionally planning to break. What's even worse is that the two men also brought diving propulsion vehicles, often described as underwater scooters. The use of scooters, combined with the decision to use closed-circuit diving gear, made one thing clear. These men weren't just planning to dive deeper than the safety limit. They were planning to explore the nearby dam, a decision that was not only illegal, but also highly, highly dangerous. Most experienced divers...
Is treasure down there or something? Or you just doing it just to do it? What's the reason? Even if it's treasure, no matter what is down there, nothing can make me put my life in jail. My life has no cost. My life has no cost. I don't care if it's 1 billion treasures. I don't care if it's $1 billion gold down there. I ain't going down there. I'm cool. Because it's highly possible that you're not going to even live to see that billions of dollars of gold or whatever the heck you searching. But I can promise you these guys wasn't searching for no gold. They was not searching for no treasure. They was just doing this just to do this, to break some record that nobody cares about.
Exploring lakes with nearby dams are well aware of the dangers posed by delta P or differential pressure.
God.
This
Jesus Christ, I just tore up that freaking crap.
Aware of the dangers posed by delta P or differential pressure. This is the suction created when large volumes of water flow through a relatively small opening, causing the water to rush from high pressure to low pressure. It's a force that no swimmer could withstand, and no underwater scooter could escape. As the two men descended into the depths of the reservoir, the sounds of families packing up and divers heading home gradually faded away. At 20 meters, they could no longer hear anything from the surface, and the darkness around them deepened. At this point, most divers would have chosen to turn back, but Christopher and Frederick pressed on. They continued their descent to 30 meters, then 35 meters, and finally reached 40 meters. At this depth, they would still have been able to see what was in front of them, the intake tunnel of the Platte Dam. However, the atmospheric pressure was now at 5 times that of the surface atmosphere. At this moment, the dam was turned off, so the two divers wouldn't have heard anything. That is, until a faint hum began to vibrate through the water as the dam powered back on. The two divers had
What's the reason for a dam, y'all? Y'all tell me in the comment section. I just want to always, I've seen a dam before. Probably only seen a dam like once in my lifetime. What's the reason for a dam? Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Because one thing about me, I'm always open to wisdom. I don't know everything. So, you know what I'm saying? I like getting to know about new things. I seen a dam, like I seen like the water, like, you know what I'm saying? But what's the reason for it? What's the reason for a dam? Because I know everything that's on this earth has a purpose. You know what I mean? Trees has something to do with our oxygen, help us breathe. You know, I know it's a purpose for everything. It's not one thing that's on this earth that doesn't have a purpose. You know what I mean? So I just need, what's the reason for a dam?
Warning, when 3 of the 4 reversible pump turbines suddenly switched on.
And then the people that turned on the thing right here, that turned on the dam, didn't know that this was happening. Didn't know nothing about this, because you're not even supposed to be. It gives you literally warnings to not go near here. They even tell you to not go near here, but here you go. Here you go, being disobedient. Being disobedient. So now you being disobedient, bro, has consequences. They even told you not to go this far, and here y'all two going this far.
With a combined flow rate of 106 cubic meters per second, an incredible force yanked the 2 men instantly.
Holy crap.
Cubic meters per second, an incredible force.
Gonna get good, ladies and gentlemen.
The 2 men instantly toward the dam.
Boom.
There was no time to react or resist the relentless current as they were hurled through the 4.5 meter wide tunnel,
happened so
leading
quick
to the massive spinning blades of the turbines. Within seconds, they were pulled from a depth of 50 meters from the entrance down to 70 meters, helpless against the overwhelming force.
Just imagine just going that fast, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Like, for real, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bro, when I used to be swimming, one thing about me, I'm a good swimmer. I can't cap. I am a good, amazing swimmer. So when I used to go to Panama City Beach, bro, I used to go deep down. Like, I was such a good swimmer, bro. My mom and dad used to worry about me, but not for real, because they knew I used to swim. But I swim like a fish, bro. But bro, when I mean them waves, bro, it's so hard. Them waves hit you so, I already know, bro. Them waves, bro, that I experienced going to Panama City Beach was hard. I know I couldn't handle this. The waves hard, bro. Y'all already know if you go to a beach, man, I know how hard the waves is. Some waves hit you, bro. You can't like stand to get, you try to stand firm against the wave, bro, you still gonna get hit back. The waves winning every time. You ain't winning against some waves, bro.
Turbines. Within seconds, they were pulled from a depth of 50 meters from the entrance down to 70 meters, helpless against the overwhelming force.
And now you can do
about unable to reach his father, Frederick's son arrived at the Plate Reservoir. On Friday morning, he found one of their cars still parked near the dam and realized something was terribly wrong. He immediately called the authorities, explaining the situation.
Bro, your pop's not even human no more. Like, your pop's is cut up. Like, your pops is in pieces, bro. Your pops is done. Like, you can't even turn your pops to ashes, bro. Pops is discombobulated.
Wasting no time, the Belgian Civil Protection Team and Disaster Victim Identification Unit were mobilized, along with 10 professional divers and sonar equipment to scan the reservoir for any sign of Christopher and Frederick. During the first search and rescue attempt, the search team located the divers' equipment in a damaged state, including their closed-circuit rebreathing systems, underwater scooters, and diving vests. With no confirmation that the equipment they found belonged to the divers, they continued their search. Benoit Michel, the nearby dive center manager, explained that the turbines had been running that day, leading many to speculate about what might have happened. Still, Frederick's son remained optimistic, confident in both divers being great swimmers. The average Olympic swimmer swims at a speed of 2.36 meters per second without any equipment. The suction from the turbines would have pulled the 2 men at a speed of 10 to 30 meters per second. Even if they had time to react, their scooters would only be able to reach max speeds up to 2.8 meters per second, unable to outrun the tremendous pull. No animal on Earth, let alone a human, could outswim that kind of pressure. Had the grates been installed, it wouldn't have made a difference. The powerful suction would have held the divers against them. rendering any escape impossible and leading to drowning. As time went on, the friends and family of both Frederick and Christopher remained hopeful. Unfortunately, search and rescue teams found no other signs of Gaudet or Pochet in the reservoir that day. Local weather conditions were a factor, with heavy rains reducing visibility during the search. At approximately 10 a.m., determined to find the missing divers, the search team deployed helicopters equipped with thermal cameras to assist with the search. By 12:30 p.m., now 46 and a half hours since the two men descended into the lake, body parts were found downstream of the dam. During a second sweep, divers found additional human remains about a kilometer away on the shoreline. An autopsy report would later confirm that the body parts found in the lake and on the nearby shoreline both belonged to Christopher Gaudet and Frederick Pochet. To this day, many speculate whether the two divers had meant to go close to the dam, or if it was a genuine mistake that could have easily been avoided. Regardless, it is a tragedy that will forever be remembered as the Platée Dam disaster.
Like I said, man, shout out to them. I don't think it was a mistake. I just feel like it probably was a mistake. I don't know, but you know what I mean? Even said in the beginning of the video that they literally told people to not even go that far. So, you know, I don't know, man. Long live them boys, though, man. That's a terrible way to go out right there. Very, very terrible way to go out, man.